So welcome to the Sharjah Cricket Stadium for the live coverage of the CBFS T20 League 2022 between This is match number 25 between Future Mattress and Sri Lions. Now over to Nishant for the toss.
Yes, so welcome once again to the SkyExchange.net Sharjah CBFS T20 Season 2 powered by FanCode. Of course, this is once again going to be another important game. It's Future Mattress taking on Sri Lions today. Future Mattress will want to keep the winning momentum going, whereas Sri Lions would definitely want to make sure that they do not fall behind either. With me is Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who is of course the match referee. We have Aryan, who is coming in to spin the coin for Future Mattress today, and Prashad is back to spin the coin for the Sri Lions. So it's going to be Aryan to spin and Prashad to call. Tails is the call.
Head it is.
It's a head. So Aryan, if you can just step forward for a chat, what would you like to do?
We would like to bat first. I think we had a good game last time. Got about 260 on the board, so the team's feeling good with the bat. So we would like to go ahead and try and do the same thing again.
So I've heard that you're getting bonuses for breaching the highest total. So again, if you break 268, you're getting another bonus tonight?
Hopefully, yeah. Well, let's see. Otherwise, it's going to be a very expensive tournament for our owner. So let's just hope to win this game, and then we'll see from there.
Now, what do you think is going to be a good total?
I think definitely at night the ball comes on much better to the bat, so we are happy with anything around 170, 180. I think we have a pretty good bowling attack which can defend the total. So we'll be happy to get anything about around 170, 180.
And any changes in your side?
Rohan goes out and Umer Ali comes in.
Good luck for the game.
Thank you so much.
Well, Prashad, batting first has been the way to go. Lots of big scores coming up. What are your thoughts about that?
No, actually we was planning even when he tossed one, we was about to bowl first. So what we want, so we got it.
And any changes in your side tonight?
Just myself. I was absent last match, so just only myself. The rest are all same.
And Future Mattress, they've been batting first and scoring big. So what are your plans of tackling that?
Yes, they have a bunch of very good players. Everyone knows that, and we have a good bowling attack. So we try to keep them as much low, keep them the low score. Yeah, that's our target.
And what do you think is going to be a chaseable total?
Yeah, hopefully if we keep them, hopefully above 150 around somewhere. It's very easy for us. Yeah.
Good luck for the game.
Thank you so much.
That's the news from the middle then. Future Mattress have once again won the toss and they've been electing to bat first.
Thank you, Nishant. And so Future Mattress has won the toss and elected to bat. So Future Mattress is made up of Abdul Malik, Alishan Sharafu, Aryan Lakra, Matiullah Khan, Muhammad Farazuddin, Muhammad Uzair Khan, Muhammad Ashar, Khayyam Khan, Safir Tariq, Said Haidar Wasi Shah, and Umer Ali Khan. And Sri Lions is being led by Prashad Mahadure, Muhammad Isham Ghosh, Muhammad Ubaidullah, Sasika Samarajivan, Samudu Asanga Fernando, Suranga Patiraneva, Taraka Dhananjaya Liange, Bikum Sanjay Bandara, Vimukti Kalatunga, Varuna Pereira, and Ramesh Nimanda. So the stage is set for a great contest. The Future Mattress are on a roll, and Sri Lions have a talented bunch of players. So it is going to be an intense contest there, a good cricket, and let us see who wins this contest. So we take a break now and we'll come back live. So both the umpires are on the field. Sri Lions fielders jogging in, loosening up, and Future Mattress, fresh from recording the biggest total of the tournament in their last encounter. They have a fantastic batting lineup, starting from Rohan Mustafa, who is not playing today. Alishan Sharafu, who hit a whirlwind 113 of 30 balls. And it is Aryan Lakra, a very, very talented young cricketer. He will be facing Bikum, who is a Sri Lankan international, who has lots of experience and who has been among the wickets here with the deadly spells. The field is being set. Alishan Sharafu is at the non-striker's end, a man who set fire through his 30-ball century. As Vikram bowls the first ball to Aryan Lakra and is caught in the covers. First ball. What a start to the match. And joining me is Nishant. Welcome, Nishant. What a start.
Yes, that's a fantastic start. And Vikum, I was just thinking that if Future Mattress want to bat the way they did in the previous games, they have to watch out Vikum. And exactly what Vikum has done here. Picked up a wicket of the first ball of the match. What a start. Aryan Lakra departs for a golden duck. It's none for one in the first over.
A great start to the match. A great start to the contest. The batsman walking in is Haider. Vikum is one bowler who had produced match-winning performances for even Sri Lanka in international cricket. He carries with him loads of experience and the skill, and he has taken the wicket with the first ball, and that too one of the finest batsmen in UAE, Aryan Lakra.
Yes, Vikum now getting ready to bowl. Again, he is someone who can be very dangerous with the ball in his hand, especially new ball under lights. He's a different beast altogether.
He's a very, very tricky bowler, very accurate. And let's see what he does with the second ball. And this time, on the mark, play to leg, and they go for a single. So that brings the in-form Alishan Sharafu on strike. This is the wicket that Vikum will be wanting to take as he bowls. And played off the back foot to point. And they go for a single. Alishan gets off the mark.
Yes, first runs on the board for Alishan as well. Vasisha off the mark of the first ball that he faced. Alishan off the mark of the first ball he faced. Aryan Lakra getting out. Lovely shot, lovely shot. On the pads, flicked away. But it's a longer part of the boundary. Might not reach the fence. They'll definitely come back for three though. Good running between the wickets there.
That was well taken, beautifully played, elegant looking shot. And that is what is needed when a wicket has fallen off the first ball. It's very important that you don't feel down and nor you go into a defensive mood. Play the ball on its merit.
Couple of deliveries remaining in this over. Alishan on strike now. Drives straight to the fielder. Good thinking this. Well, Vikum, the way he has started, I just get a feeling that Sri Lions is overly dependent on a few players. In the bowling department, there are a couple who they are dependent on. In the batting department, there are a couple who they are dependent on. And that puts them in trouble.
and edged and goes for a boundary. Yes, that was a catch.
Well, I have no clue what happened there really. He was coming down the track and the wicket keeper had already slipped. Oh, I think, oh, due.
What a lucky escape.
First over bowled, it's 9 for 1.
What a dramatic over that was. And everything happened. He would have ended with a second wicket too. So a great start to the match. 9 for 1 after the first over.
So Haider Shah is going to be on strike now as we see Ramesh coming into bowl. Bowled well in that previous game.
Off the back foot, punched to covers. No run. Ramesh Nimanta is an accurate bowler. And wanted to play it to the cover region, misses. He pushes the ball fast off the wicket. And this time it's hit straight, and that goes to the boundary line, cut off well. Score moves to 11. Wasi Shah on 6, Ali Shah on 5. This time square driven beautifully. That ball beats the fielder and racing towards. Will he get it? No! And it crosses the boundary line.
So Wasi gets his boundary there. He is again someone who is very good when it comes to picking his spots. He's a very smart batsman. That's what I like about him. And that shot got the width. He cut it away.
Just fraction of a second late to reach the ball. This time hit it over the fielder, and it is also going towards the boundary, but the ball slows down. There is enough time for the fielder, a relay fielding, but the pair takes 2.
He's doing the right thing here. He's just ensuring that they keep getting good runs. Short ball cut away.
A misfield will result in a single. 9 runs came of that over. 18 for 1. Future Mattress after winning the toss and electing to bat.
Vikum into his second over here. And look at that movement.
That moved appreciably, well played. To the leg. No run. Vikum is a pacer to watch. Beautifully bowled. Played back to the bowler. Is one bowler you have to think twice before taking a liberty. Is so accurate.
Vasisha on strike now. And a lovely shot. He plays these cricketing shots so brilliantly. It's a delight to watch this man bat.
What a shot that was. Exactly getting into the position and just played it in the gaps. Look at that, Mohsin. And elegantly places, beats the fielder, long chase, he gives it up. Because it was a shot that was meant to go to the boundary, and it did. Wanted to pull it. I think, yeah, shot, bounced, wanted to pull it to the mid, misses. The leg stump played to mid-on, and they go for a single. Well run, good running, good call. So that brings Alishan on strike.
Yes, compared to the last game, Alishan has had a very sedate start.
The attack here is of high quality, especially Vikum, lots of experience. Now there's an appeal for leg before, and it is a leg by. So end of the third over, 24 for 1.
This time Vasi looks to go over the top. In fact, Alishan, beg your pardon. He hasn't timed it well, but he will pick up a couple of runs. Yes, he does. Alishan just trying to get a little bit of flexibility in his arms now.
Alishan, once settled, is a treat to watch. And this time hit is over the top, and it rolls over the boundary for a line. It's a good shot. Once let loose, he is a dangerous batsman. We saw in the last match, he can keep the scoreboard moving at a brisk pace.
Yes, and just get a feeling that Sri Lions will have to try and keep it tight. They cannot take this lightly. They cannot give Alishan any room whatsoever. And he comes down the track, squeezes it away. Good stop.
Brilliant fielding there. Otherwise, it was a sure boundary. This time, hit straight to back to the bowler. No run.
They've already dropped one catch. They don't want to do that.
And it's been declared a dead ball. I think Alishan was already getting ready for a mighty hit. Let's see. This time he decided to play because last time, so let us see, have their cat and mouse play ended. And he lifts it for a 6. And that was what he was aiming for. And look at that step. Ease with effortless 6. That should be the term.
Yes, a lovely shot there. No problems whatsoever in hitting that one. Comes down the track, stumping chance, missed.
That will prove very costly. Very, very, very important miss. Look at that, he was already out. The keeper didn't collect it. So everything going wrong for the wicket keeper.
4 overs bowled, it's 36 for the loss of 1 wicket.
There's a change in the bowling. Sumudu has been introduced into the attack. Sumudu Asanka Fernando. .36 for 1.
Yes, they'll have to keep shuffling between the bowlers. Make no mistake about it.
Of the back foot, played to short cover. No run.
Vasisha batting on 18 of 14. Walks down the track, looks to go over the top, hasn't timed it, but power play on, so that's 4 runs. Just good enough to get it over the mid-on fielder, and that works.
That's exactly he wanted when he hit it over the fielder and wanted that boundary, and he gets it. He moves to 22 of 15 balls. The score to 40. 40 for 1 in 4.2 overs.
And not timed this time at all. And direct hit. This could be close. Now we've seen that the batsmen do not have a habit of dragging the bat on. Let's wait and watch if Alishan is guilty of the same thing.
What a good throw. What a pick up and throw. Brilliant. Strong arm. Which means it's not out because they're having drinks.
Yeah, he looked confident about that.
Yes. You know, it was relayed that he is not out, although replay was not shown. And now it is there. Yes. He reached when the ball hit. Good fielding. Excellent cricket.
Yes, and for once they get a direct hit going, which has been a rarity. And the batsman is home.
They're still checking.
Okay, then looks a very close call. We do not have the best view, but I'm pretty sure the third umpire has a lot of different angles. Carry on, says the umpire, so they have to get going.
Alishan faces. Wanted to go for a mighty hit to mid-wicket. Misses, gets a single to square leg.
Couple of deliveries remaining in this over. And that'll bring Haider Wasi Shah on strike. Reasonably good start here for Sumudu's bowling spell.
Beautifully played. Bang into the fence. Flowing shot.
Just when I said good start for Sumudu. He has been hit for a boundary, and it's Wasi Shah who's been taking the attack tonight.
Good shot. So last ball of the over coming in.
Yes, this has been a pretty excellent start, despite losing a wicket of the very first ball. There's no Ashwant Valtapa playing today either. Farazuddin is there. Azhar is there, of course, who batted brilliantly in the previous game.
And very well picked the gaps and now races to the boundary. It bisects both the fielder and goes to the boundary.
So boundary, back-to-back boundaries to finish the over. It's 50 up in the fifth over.
This is the better ankle which should have come through. Yes, inch by inch. And when he reached, the bails went off. And this time driven powerfully to mid-off. They get a single.
Ubaidullah bowling his first over, the last one of the power play. Well bowled. Bang on target there.
Forcing Wasi Shah to play defensively off the back foot. He was expecting a short ball, wanting to hit it to mid-wicket. So he modified his stance and defended the ball. This time, shot hit over the fielders. Find the gap again. The ball races to the boundary. Another boundary for Wasi Shah. 35. 55 for 1. Boundaries are flowing. 8 boundaries have already been hit. And 1-6. Wasi Shah moves to 35.
Three more deliveries to go in this over, and he pulls this time. Shot outside the off stump, cut. Shot on the body, pulled.
Very good looking, confident shot. Beautifully pulled. Good cricket. 2 more balls in this over. Alishan on 19 faces Ubaidullah. And this time hit over the vacant slot. Fully utilizing the power play. All that the fielders could do was watch the ball, sail over them to the boundary. So Alishan moves to 23.
Last ball of the over coming up. And last ball of the power play. Expensive over this. And that's picked up brilliantly. It beats the fielder in the deep, runs away for 4. 14 runs coming off that over. 6 bowled, 64 for 1. Good power play again for Future Mattress. These are the top individual scores. Salman Khan there, 116 not out. Ronak Panoli, 114 not out. Alishan Sharafu, 113. Asif Khan, 106. Usman Khan, 105. And Asif Khan again, that's another Asif Khan of course, 100 not out. No, in fact, it's the same Asif Khan, beg your pardon. And then Usman Khan's 90. Ronak Panoli, 89. Khalid Shah, 84. And Ali Imran Zaidi, 80. Asif Khan getting 200s.
He's one batsman who allows him to stay. He will hit a century. Many times, repeatedly, he has walked away with the best batsman of the tournament. Undoubtedly, he is one of the best batsmen in UAE cricket. So Vimikti being introduced, left arm spin, very good ball, play to leg, take a single. That brings Alishan Sharafu on strike.
Yes, Vimukti has been the beautiful delivery there from him. He's been another good bowler for the Sri Lions.
It turned across the bat. Excellent. The left arm bowler's dream delivery.
And down the ground. Bang, bang. 6 runs.
That's what happens if you don't bowl a good ball to Alishan. There he goes. And picks a sixer. So, to contain Alishan, you need the kind of deliveries he bowled with the first ball. Pitch it up or short, you are bound. Yeah, short, and there it goes. And exactly what happens. You bowl short or you bowl pitch it up, that will be a 6.
Some lovely shots played here. No two ways about it. And he's opened up.
This man is in unstoppable form. Look at how quickly he got into position and hit it. This time it has been lofted and a catch. It has been caught at long off. He hit it in the air. A very, very price wicket.
Yes, that is a big wicket indeed. Alishan Sharafu looking to go inside out. Just get a feeling that couldn't really control the direction in which he wanted to play the shot. And that is why, hold out to the fielder in the deep. He gets 39 of 18. Brilliant innings from him. Man, that is the end of it then. And a very, very crucial breakthrough this for Sri Lions.
The catch was taken by Varuna. Very well judged. And so the second wicket falls, 77 for 2. The new batsman is Kayam Khan. Last ball of the over, a wicket taking over, and that too the price wicket of Alishan Sharafu.
Khayyam is the new man in. Last ball of the over. Flattish delivery this time. That has been nicely punched away. That might run away. Yes, it does. So that's 17 runs coming off that over. Khayyam off the mark with the boundary. 7 overs bowled, 81 for 2. Change in the bowling then. Time for some leg spin here. And he goes for the big shot. Vasisha hasn't timed it. Lands safe. Very lucky on that occasion. They come back for a couple of runs there. Oh, that'll be a wide. Just a little too far outside the off stump. Flattish. Push through quicker. Straight back to the bowler, and he fumbles, so they pick up a single. That'll bring Khayyam back on strike. Alongside me in the comm box now is going to be Asim. That's a lovely shot, but there is a fielder sweeping on the offside, so it will just be a single.
Good evening to all the viewers, and good evening, Nishant. A pretty positive and strong start here for Future Mattress. Now Syed Haider Wasi continues to explode. 46 of 25 for him. It's not the Alishan Sharfu show here, it's the Haider show.
Yes, absolutely. He missed out the last time, but tonight he has told himself tonight's going to be a good night.
It's turning out to be a good night already.
Some cracking shots played here by Haider Wasi, almost batting with a strike rate of 200. Someone like him, without those huge hits, he can get these runs so effectively.
Well, he's very consistent on that front, Nishan. That has been the key of his success. He's been very consistent with his approach, with his batting, and you know, in the last 6 odd months, he's been scoring runs pretty consistently for Future Mattress, and one of those trusted resource that they have in their side.
Yes, and he has been outstanding, make no mistake about it. He's absolutely on point with his batting. Got runs in the Bukhater League as well. And that's a wide. Will not be pleased with that. Second wide of the over. Shot and cut straight to the fielder, and they pick up a single. Good running between the wickets. Moves on to 47 now. Khayyam back on strike. Again, a little too far outside the off stump. And that has been slapped away for a comfortable couple. 8 overs bowled, it's 96 for 2.
Time for Vimukti to continue here from Bukhatir end. 8 overs, 96 for 2. They are getting those runs very consistently here.
Yes, I mean, it doesn't really matter who gets the run. Somebody or the other does it for them.
Absolutely, and that has been the success, the key of the success for Future Mattress. And pretty interesting field there. Massive gap between mid-wicket and square leg. I won't be surprised if Haider brings a sweep out in that region.
He does. He does exactly that. The only thing is that he hasn't played it in the gap that you were mentioning. He's actually played it a lot finer.
And gets to his 50 as well. So top knock here coming in from Syed Haider Wasisha. Played it a lot finer and gets a boundary. And when you have a good start to the over, that sets in the momentum for a good score.
There's always an advantage if you are getting a boundary of the first ball of an over. Always works in your favor. 100 up for Future Mattress. The last time they got it off just 6 overs. This time, not 6, but definitely in the 9th over. Prashat being given a welcome with a boundary.
Well, looks like that has been incorrectly mentioned. That it's Vimukti who's continuing.
Yes, Vimukti. Prashat did have the ball in his hand, so maybe that was the confusion. That's nicely cut away there.
Well, they definitely need a breakthrough here in order to, push Future Mattress back and put their thinking cap on. 8 overs, 8.5 overs, 101 for 2. Going at almost 12 and over.
Goes for the big shot this time. Hasn't connected it well enough. Just a single as Sumudu does the fielding there. Moves on to 8 of 4. Haider Wasi is batting brilliantly. 52 of 29 for him. His innings has been absolutely on point. And that's a good delivery. Pretty good delivery there. This is a much better over if you look at it.
Well, absolutely, just 6 runs coming of this one there. And that's worked around. Looking for 2. They should get it easily. It has been placed with the perfect timing and placement. And they managed to get 2 easily there. Finishes off with 8. 104 for 2 after 9.
Still, I would say it's a very good over.
Now it is Prasad Kumara. He comes in from the SCA end. This is going to be his first over. He's looking for wickets here. Now Sri Lions have been very consistent. We talk about consistency. Sri Lions, they have been very consistent in this department of the game, bowling, especially picking up regular wickets. That has been their forte. That's up in the air. Chance for the fielder. And that will sail all over. Well, it's a shorter boundary. All he had to do was just apply power.
Yeah, and that too very minimal power if you ask me. The shorter boundary always in favor of the batsman there. We generally don't see such top edges flying all the way.
Well, things would have been completely opposite if that shot would have been played from this end, which is the Bukhatir end. Longer boundary, it wouldn't have carried all the way.
Well, I thought you'll be saying that things would have been completely different had that catch been taken.
Well, obviously, we know how important Alishan Sharfu's wicket is. And there was still an opportunity after slipping as well. There was still an opportunity for the keeper to grasp that. But well, as we say, it's tough once. It's meant to stick, it will stick.
And imagine a situation where you lose 2 wickets in the first over, and that includes the wicket of Alishan Sharafu as well. So that is a different pressure altogether. Have to think about that as well. So the ball is back. Prashant is ready to bowl as well. 6 of the very first ball. Not something that he'll be very pleased about. Khayyam batting on 14 of 5. He too has got a 6 to his name. And that's a cracking shot. The fielder at sweeper will cut it off.
A very unorthodox field setup here from Prashant Kumar. He's brought a square leg in. And he has pushed one deep point, deep backward point in fact. And he has a deep cover, sweeper cover as well. So 3 on the off behind the circle. That has been played towards mid-wicket now, trying to exploit the field setup here, Khayyam Khan. And Prashant, who's bowling at the shorter boundary, and he'll have to take that sort of a risk because you can't be letting your spinners bowl from that end. And when that happens, usually you slightly go wayward and get those wides in for the opposition.
Yes, because throughout the time you're thinking in your head that you have to bowl outside the off stump, you have to bowl well outside the off stump. And not timed again, but Haider is just trying to hit the ball a little too hard at the moment.
Well, I think he's just trying to cut loose and try to get as many runs as possible from here. And that has been driven hard, driven with a lot of power. Khayyam, who was not impressive in the previous game, got a boundary in the very first ball, got out on the next one. Now it is the opportunity that he can showcase what he has to offer to the team.
Yes, he's already hit 6 and a boundary. The start has been reasonably good for him. Looks to cut there, chops it towards the wicket keeper. They pick up a single. There was a drop chance. There's also a stumping opportunity missed by the wicket keeper. Dhananjaya just hasn't had the best of the days today.
I think they'll have to they have to quickly regroup now, Kumara and his team, in order to find those quick wickets. We saw that happening in the previous night. Kolata versus TCE Starlets, they were cruising to get that 250 run mark. And then suddenly the wicket of Ronak Panoli put the entire team on the neutral gear. They were just not able to accelerate. Still managed to win the game, but I'd say what turnaround of events, I would say.
Absolutely. Halfway through, they're 117 for 2. So Mohammad Isham will bowl the next over here. Went for 15 in his first.
He's not a bad bowler, trust me. He is very intelligent. But at times when the opposition batter, they are ruling the game, you really can't do much about with your variations as well.
That's well bowled. Haider was just trying to be a little smart about that.
Now, obviously, when your ball is pitched in that channel, you always anticipate that it's going to come in. It's going to be the wrong one. Wow, that is top delivery from Isham Ghosh. Beautiful delivery. Pitched, turned away, and that was sharp turn.
Perfect delivery there from him.
Perfect leg spinner's delivery. That has been cut away, but misfield there from the captain. We'll just get them a single. Khayyam, who is looking to cut loose here. He's batting on 18 of 8. Definitely want to see what he has here up next.
Again, looking to go for that big shot. Not getting it right there. So the intentions are pretty clear. We've seen this in the last game also from them. They have never really looked like letting go of those run-scoring shots.
Chance and taken. What a catch there from Isham Ghosh. I think he deserves every bit of setting this batsman up. Set batsman, Syed Haider Wasi Shah. He was literally set up there from Isham. Ball pitched outside the leg stump, turned away. And that diving catch was the icing on the cake.
Phenomenal effort there from him. You have to give him full credit for that job that he did there. Fantastic stuff. Wasi Shah departs for a well-made innings, I would say. But he would have wanted to bat longer. He departs for 57 of 37 then.
Well, now this would be that opportunity where the captain would want to put that extra pressure here. Because the ball is turning. Mind you, the ball is turning. And it's turning square. Now, immediately as we speak, gets the slip there in place. Here comes Isham. Swept. And that has been given out. 2 in 2 here for Isham Ghosh. He's on a hat-trick. Not the ideal outing here for Safir Tariq. He is out for a golden duck. Now this is definitely a turnaround of events.
This is a dramatic turn of events here. That was another very well pitched up delivery. Look at where it pitched. Look at where it went.
Definitely would have clipped off stick. And Empire's getting it spot on there. And Safir out for a golden duck, making his way back. Score definitely doesn't justify his talent, but yes, you have to go back for that false shot there. And that is 4 down. Future Mattress, 119 after 11. Up in the air, chance. And taken. That's a team hat-trick here for Sri Lions. They are back in the game. 3 balls, 3 wickets. And all the set batters are back in the pavilion.
Yes, that was a terrible shot from Khayyam, especially after losing 2 back-to-back wickets there. That is something that he should have avoided.
Now that's immaturity, I would say. You could have just pushed it. Try to build a partnership. He tried to fancy his chance on the shorter boundary. just not giving due consideration to the situation. And that's the end. That's sheer immaturity coming in from Khayyam Khan. He's out back in the pavilion for 19 of 10. And Sri Lions have immediately pounced back.
Farazuddin on strike. He's really got runs in the previous game as well. Played a very good cameo there.
Now, would definitely want Kumara to push or apply a lot more pressure there. Probably have a more attacking, catching cover who can stop these drives and cut down those singles. Now, these are those opportunities in the game that don't come very often to you in a T20 format especially. And you have to pounce on those situations like a lion and try to bring that run rate, which is scaling at 10.5 to somewhere around 8.5, 9 and over.
He's gone for a big shot here. That's connected well by Umair. Now, he's someone who can hit the ball a long way.
And he hits one, big one, out of the ground. Length deliveries to Umair Ali Khan. With that pace, he is definitely going to go after that. 11 out of 10 times he's going to go after it.
They've already had a team hat-trick, but remember, Isham is still on a hat-trick. Last night we saw a leg spinner claiming a hat-trick. Saad Abdullah, as he finished with a 6 for there. He was on a hat-trick once, missed out. Then in his last over, the last 3 balls of his spell, he got a hat-trick.
Well, if it's your day, if it's meant to be, it happens. Last ball of the 12th over here, 127 for 5. Opening the face of the bat and playing it to that deep backward point for a single. 12 overs gone. Future Mattress, 128 for 5. So Isham's on a hat-trick, and without any surprise, he is continuing without a slip. Very strange, very, very strange. An appeal, and Tharaka thinks he has got him. Has that been referred, or has that been given out?
I think the umpire raised his finger.
Well, let's quickly check that. Umair thinks he is grounded. Well, what a breakthrough. What a breakthrough. Hat-trick here for Isham Ghosh.
And I'm sure he hasn't realized that's why there was no slip in place. It was not on his mind that he's on a hat trick. And sometimes that's the best thing that can happen to you.
Absolutely. And that brings the continuity in the rhythm. You don't get overcautious about things. And that's exactly what happened. And Isham has picked up a hat-trick. So what a night we are witnessing here. Back-to-back nights, leg spinners, hat-trick for both of them. I think you can't ask for more if you're a spinner playing under lights.
128 for 6. Umair departs for 8 of 5.
So left-handed Uzair comes into the crease. Now he can hit a couple of big ones, but this is not the time to hit those big ones. We saw a similar sort of an issue with Future Mattress collapsing in the previous match too, after the departure of Alishan Sharifu. He scored a 30 ball, 113 odd runs, and then once he departed, they started to hit sixes continuously, and then they kept falling. I mean, the wickets kept falling as well.
Yes, Nasir Faraz and Mohammad Azhar did the job for them. Oh, is that a double hat-trick?
That's a double hat-trick here. What a night here Isham is having. What a night here for Isham. Wow.
This is incredible stuff, let me tell you.
You don't get to see this. You don't get to see this quite often. Well, that has been collected cleanly from Sasika. 4 in 4 for Isham. And Uzair making his way back to the pavilion. 7 gone for Future Mattress. 128 for 7 after 12.2.
So now Azhar got a very good cameo in the previous game, comes into the middle now and just blocks it away. Well bowled. Very well bowled, Isham. Suddenly his first over was so expensive and look at his figures now.
I think a couple of, if not more, Sri Lanka supporters would have started their car. That's an appeal there. Looks like it was nowhere close to the bat. This is good attacking cricket here from Sri Lions.
And now they have a spring up their step. They are going to make life very difficult for whoever comes out to bat. And he bowls an off spinner.
Well, just trying his luck because he's the man with the golden arm here. Turned it around completely. You have seen 360 shots, but these are 360 attempts while you're bowling. You don't get to see them quite often.
And goes for the big shot. It's Upish.
And put down. Wow, you wouldn't have got an easier one than that, Prashad Kumara. And was there a chance of leaving it for the fielder who was coming in?
Possibly, yes.
No, he was quite far, but that should have been taken. That should have been taken. It would have been curtains here for Future Mattress.
13 overs bowled. It's 129 for 7.
13 overs gone. Future Mattress 129 for 7. It is Farazuddin and Azhar, the duo that helped them rescue in that match. Not rescue, I would say, but yes, they gave those continuity to those partnerships that were building in that previous game. But it's a different affair here today. The score is not big. 129 for 7. Slower delivery. Shy at the stumps, and I think choosing the wrong end there. And joining me in the comm box is going to be Mr. Nair. Welcome back.
Thank you, Azim. What a position it has been. When I left after the first 7 overs, it wasn't the story of the match. It has turned topsy-turvy, I must say. Future Mattress slipping to 130 for 7. All now for everything is on Farazuddin and Asher, and every run matters from this stage.
Absolutely, it does. What's important is they build a partnership. That has been played straight to the fielder. Did not carry. Faraz would be feeling a bit lucky there. He placed it where exactly the fielder was positioned and just not carrying there. So the run rate has come down below 10 and over. That's played upish in the air. Chance for the fielder. And that's a boundary there. Played it in the gap for Azuddin. And he's continuing the onslaught here.
That was picked well and hit, and such hits will be welcome for Future Mattress, because at this stage they would need a score beyond at least 160 to 170, but that was not what was expected, especially with such a strong batting lineup of the Future Mattress.
Well, I think the wicket of Umair Ali Khan has actually cut down at least 30 runs from whatever they get from here. At least 30 runs. Because that would have been an ideal situation for him to score a quick fire 50. Not to be so. Played up a chance for the fielder. He's coming underneath it. And he takes it. Sumudu does not drop those. 8 down here. And Future Mattress are in deep, deep trouble.
Very well judged and taken. It was a running catch. Fully under control. Have a look at it. It was hit, almost sliced, and a very, very good running catch. Brilliantly taken.
Sumudu is one of the safest fielders there in the Sri Lions lineup. And you know why. 8 down here, Future Mattress, 134 after 13.3.
Abdul Malik is the next batsman, left-handed. As Prashant bowls his 5th delivery. On the leg side, they go for a quick single.
And that's a no ball. Very interesting. No ball here. And looks like he has overstepped. And that's going to be a free hit on offer for Azhar. He loves playing.
Let's see how well this free hit is being used. Will it be hit out of the ground? Yes.
Played up in the air. That will drop short of the fielder. And just a single on that occasion. Prashad, who has picked up 2, he's into his 3rd over. A ball to go here in the 14th. And Future Mattress are in deep, deep trouble. And to all the viewers who have joined us now, this wasn't the case when Future Mattress started off. This is not how they started off. When we look at the overs there, the fall of wickets, the first wicket falling at naught on the very first ball of the innings. Second one fell at 77. Third one, Syed Haider Wasi Shah. Fourth one, Safir Tariq. Fifth one, Khayyam Khan. They all fell at when the score read 119. Umair Ali Khan departed when the score read 128. So did Muhammad Uzair Khan. And Farazuddin's stay wasn't long enough tonight. He fell when the score was 134. So just in the matter of last 18 runs, they have lost 6 wickets.
This live coverage is brought by streaming partner FanCode. The commercial partner is TZM. And title sponsors Sky Exchange Net.
That has been it's an edge. Was very quick there for the fielder to actually have that sort of a reflex, because that was dipping down. Vikum at the slip court, and usually fast bowlers, they do not stand at such positions where the reflex is needed. It's going to be that of a specialist slip fielder. And there we see immediately he bending down.
Good delivery. Played with caution. That is what is needed. Again, a tap and run.
Played it with soft hands there and getting a single.
So 140 is the score now. 140 for 8. This is not the position that Future Mattress would have wanted to be.
Played upish, played it aerial, and that's going to go into the stands for a 6. Good shot there from Abdul Malik. It's into his zone. He loves playing it and in that area, and just played it with a lot of power. Played upish once again. That's back-to-back 6s here for Abdul Malik. He is turning it around here. That's a big, big hit from Abdul Malik.
What a shot. From the moment it left his bat, it has gone out of the ground. Enormous power. And these kind of big hitting, when the match is under their control, when the innings is under Sri Lanka's control, that is what is needed. And Sri Lankans have to ensure that Malik does not hit the match out of their grip.
Well, they have pulled things back and they don't want to give it back to Future Mattress. These are the moments in the game where we want to probably take full use of the opportunity and bounce back. They did it, but now they are just letting things go away from that. I just wanted to thank all our partners, sponsors out there. SkyExchange.net, the title sponsor. The game is brought to you live in the Indian subcontinent by FanCode. And it's also streamed on our YouTube and Facebook pages. Our commercial partner is TCM.
Played, they go for a quick single. Yes, they make it.
quick single, and that brings it over to the end. 15 gone. Future Mattress, they have brought their run rate back above 10 and over. 153 for 8.
So Isham, who has backed 4 wickets, the destroyer, no, it's Prashant, into the attack.
That has been heaved down towards mid-wicket, looking for 2. Will they get it? And they'll get it easily. Now, it's important that they should stop the easy run flow here from Azhar and Malik, because this is going to haunt them. Whatever runs they manage to get from here on, that will be that extra runs that they'll have to score, and that will be the pressure that they'll have to face when they come out to chase. Every single run will matter. Every single run will matter here for Prashant. And all those runs that are coming through will be that extra effort that would be required from the Lions batters.
After having got 8 wickets, they need to go for the kill and not allow someone to kill them.
And that has been driven in the gap. Excellent shot there from Mohammad Azhar. Ball did not go all the way, but getting a couple of runs there. These are those moments in the game where you'll have to think out of the box, get your off spinner in, try to play that match game against the 2 left-handers, and or probably get your ace fast bowler back. Get Vikum back into the attack.
Yes, I think this partnership is already 25 runs. And that too at a time when they were tottering with 8 wickets down, and this time again play to the leg side, goes to the deep, they misfield 2, but they settle for a single.
A ball to go here, and Prashant has been expensive, but picked up 2 wickets there. Important wickets there coming in his kitty.
Reverse sweep. Even that gets a single.
16 overs gone, 161 for 8. Yes, just as we spoke about Vikum to be brought back into the attack, we see Vikum taking his run up, and he is on the mark to go and bowl at these tail-enders. Mind you, these are tail-enders on paper, but they can hit big. They can hurt you big time.
In T20, you can never say who is a tail-ender, because we have often seen in T20 the tail wag and sometimes explode.
Absolutely. Now, will Vikum be able to break through? They have together added on 28 runs. In fact, 27 runs to be precise, this partnership's worth. When we talk about 27 runs by number 10 and number 9, that's good enough. That has been sliced and will get a boundary. So Azhar gets a pricey boundary here for Future Mattress.
Runs are flowing. And this time, what matters is runs here. And he gets it. Let's hope what Bikum can do with the remaining 5 deliveries. A lot depend on him to break this partnership.
Now there is immediate change in the field. A square leg has been brought inside. Very surprising move. That has been driven and will be cut off there by the point fielder. Will just be a single. Just finding it difficult to put curtains here on the scoring.
It's indeed positive cricket they are playing. They are not affected by the fact that 8 wickets have gone. They're trying to get runs of every ball. And this time again hits it too long off and they get
166 for 8 here. In fact, 167. They come into his 3rd over. He has another one up his sleeve. Well, that was a good delivery. Very good length there, but just the veering in his line, not onto the stumps. And Azhar survives.
Can he do it with the remaining 2 balls at his disposal?
Glided in the gap, ball's racing away towards the boundary, but good cover up there by Ramesh. And they'll get 2. Priceless runs here. Very, very valuable for Future Mattress. At one stage, they were looking as if they're going to get bundled out within 150.
Look at the way the match is turned. Purely due to 2 determined batsmen. Let's see what the last ball does. And this time over the bowler, gets a single.
17 gone here, 170 for 8. Here comes Ubaidullah, who has bowled his the only over for 14 runs. And mind you, bowlers did not have a good stat in the initial 8 overs, 10 overs. Haider Watisha was going berserk after everyone. And now things look very different here. Future Mattress getting their hold back into the game. And starts off with a dot ball.
Beaten all ends up.
Well, a very strange field here. There is a mid-on which is inside the circle. There is mid-off. In fact, there is long-off that is pushed back. There is no third man behind. And I think immediately there is a change here in the field. They bring a mid-off in, and they push the third behind. So now it looks very simple. That ball that he's going to be bowling is going to be slightly shorter in length. Steps down and trying to fancy that area straight down the ground. He gets a single and gets Abdul Malik on strike. So both the batters have added 36 runs. Golden 36 runs, I'd say.
Both are on 19. Malik reached 19 of 9 balls, while Asher is 19, run ball 19. That's Ubaidullah.
Very good shot delivery. Very, very well directed there. Number 7, Ubaidullah. He has pace.
Malik wanted to hit it over the slip area. Missed it. Swing and miss. This pair doesn't mind. What they might is connect and get some more runs. This time, yes, that's what has happened again, and is out.
Sumudu does not drop those. He was steaming in, and it's not easy to catch the ones that you're running in. And with that, we're not stopping. You're still running, and then you're catching the ball. It's not easy. If you stop and you're judging the ball and then getting hold of it, it's another story. But when you're steaming in and you're running in, it's not always easy to catch those. Getting his head down and completing the catch. 9 down here, Future Mattress, 171 for 9.
So that's the end of 37 runs partnership. We will understand whether that will have a huge impact in the final result of this match. Last man, Mateullah, walks in. 171 for 9. Ubaidullah has 2 more deliveries in his over. Can he finish it off? Or will the tail continue to wag?
Here comes Ubaidullah once again. Right in the block hole, nicely dealt with there by Matiullah. Beautiful delivery. That's the ideal sort of a delivery that you would want to bowl to a number 11. Look at that. Slightly missing in his length maybe.
He's disappointed that he didn't hit the wicket. Maybe he will try this with this one. Let's see. Short pitch.
Very well directed. Very good delivery from Ubaidullah. He was quick. He just conceded one and picked up one. That's the end of the 18th over. 171 for 9. Vikum into the penultimate over of the match, of the innings, I'd say. 171 for 9. How much will they be able to add here? Azhar is still out there. And just about getting a couple of hits here, as if you're a future Mattress fan. Good delivery right in the block hole, and nicely dealt with there by Mohammad Azhar. That brings Matiullah on strike.
Usher moves to 20, a runner ball 20, invaluable 20 runs under the present circumstances. All eyes on Matiullah. Will he be able to tackle Vikum? Will it be a Yorker on the block hole? Let's see.
Oh, almost gets the thick inside edge. Gets to the boundary. Very lucky boundary here for Matiullah, but that does not matter. Runs need to keep flowing here for future Mattress.
Matiullah must be very, very happy with that.
Well, it was well directed there by Vikum Bandara. But here comes Mati. In fact, here comes Vikum. Played it with a lot of power and almost misjudging there, Sasika, covering it up pretty nicely. Getting that awkward bounce ball, holding on to the turf after pitching. And just gets a single. You would want to see a slower ball coming in from Vikum outside the off stump, maybe Azhar trying to go across the line, edges one up in the air, slices one up in the air. But you got to be experimenting in order to close curtains here. Was a slower ball, but not directed on the right length, I'd say.
He has all the tricks up his sleeve. He carries a lot of experience. An international cricketer. 2 more balls to go. He would like to complete this over with the wicket, and especially the last man.
That's sliced up in the air, just what we spoke about earlier, and that has been put down. That has been put down by the man who had the golden arm tonight. Isham goes, lets one slip away. Slower delivery, slices one in the air. Opportunity brought in by Vikum in a similar fashion what we spoke about, and that was put down.
Will all these prove valuable and costly for Sri Lions? We will have to wait and see.
That has been placed towards mid-wicket for a single. So 19 overs gone here, 179 for 9. Played it in the air. Chance for the fielder. Is that taken or did that drop short? Looks like it did drop short. Trying to cover it around and just losing its track there. Varuna Pereira.
Almost reached the ball but couldn't get control. You can see that.
Sliced up in the air. I think he went around a bit too much, increasing that area that he had to cover. Had he attacked, probably would have got a couple of inches closer. It would have made a difference there. Has been played there towards a short extra. Will get a single. I mean, if you are a future Mattress captain, you would definitely want to focus on those 4 deliveries, get those 4 singles in place, get me 185 on board. Psychologically, it has an impact there. Anything above 180 in a T20 match, it's not going to be easy to chase down. That's again up in the air, a chance for the fielder, Vikum. Well, the ball dropping short. They're just not able to get that wicket here. They did all the good work in the mid-overs to pull things back in their way. But that partnership between Abdul Malik and Mohammad Azhar of 37 runs, they've pulled things back in favor of future Mattress.
And now we see they are comfortably hitting on the air, in the air. Fielders unable to take it.
That's a dot there coming through for Ubaidullah. Good delivery. Just not able to make connection there, Azhar.
Ashar has played a big role in this total. 22 invaluable runs. They go for another single. That that brings Matullah on strike.
Well, it's a no ball here. And it's going to be free hit on the last ball. So they are not going to get a wicket unless it's a run out.
Very interesting. Ubaidullah wants to see that nothing is given away. He's hit it high in the air, and they go for 1, they go for 2.
No, they just go for 1 there.
They went for 1. They settle for 1.
There'll be a ball left here, the final delivery, which they can get a wicket.
Yes. It is indeed creditable if they finish it without giving that wicket. Let's see. Yep.
Heave towards mid-wicket. They'll look for 2. They will run. And they'll get it. So finally it will be a run out on the last ball. Matiullah disturbs his average.
So
187 is what they have managed here in the allotted 20 overs. I think they did a fantastic job in doing that recovery.
Ashar is the man who held on, scored 25 of 26 balls,
Well, it was a fantastic turn of events here from both the teams. One moment up, the other moment down, and that was a sheer example of how a seesaw of a contest happens in the game of cricket. 6 extras only, so that has been that learning impact here for Sri Lions. A man who set an impact here in the innings of Future Mattress, starting on top. Alishan Sharfu 39 of 18, Wasi Shah scoring 53 of 37, Khayyam scoring 19 of 10, but then there was a collapse out there in the middle order, failing miserably. Safir out for a duck, Farazuddin getting a single, and a couple of single-digit score there coming in for Future Mattress. In terms of the bowling there, Vikum picked up 1 wicket, Ubaidullah got 1, Vimukti got 1, but Isham goes with that hat-trick in his 4 overs, picked up 4 wickets, and Prashad Kumara, he picked up 2 as well in his 4 overs quota. So overall, an excellent game of cricket that we have witnessed. It was completely switching ends, switching momentum from one place to the other, and we'll have to wait and see what happens in the second innings. Do we see a similar sort of momentum switch happen in the second innings or not? We'll be taking a quick short break, and once we are back, Sri Lions would be needing 188 to get in 20 overs at a required run rate of 9.4 right from ball 1.
Welcome back after the break. This is what Sri Lions need. Well, while they will be reasonably happy with this score, they will be disappointed after having them tottering at one stage to have allowed them to get to 188, 87 in fact. So 188 is the target in 20 overs. 9.4 runs per over is the required rate. We're all set for the run chase to begin here. First ball. Down the leg side. Good take by the wicketkeeper. Wide to start off proceedings. Alongside me in the comm box is Mr. K.R. Nair. Welcome back. It's going to be a tough run chase.
Thank you, Nishant. Of course, it is, because Future Mattress has a good bowling attack too. Although this is a gettable total for Sri Lions, someone has to stand and play a fighting knock. And once again down the leg side.
So back-to-back wides to start with for Sri Lions here. Sri Lions need to get off to a good start here. They need a good power play. Varuna is the right man to provide that.
Excellent delivery that went through.
Yes, after a couple of wides, I think that was a very good line to bowl.
There is going to be an excellent battle between ball and bat. Beautifully cut, but well fielded by Alishan Sharafu.
A good comeback by Uzair here. Couple of wide deliveries, then he's been absolutely on point with the line. On the pads, that's chipped away, nicely done. That should run away to the fine leg fence for 4. First boundary and first runs off the bat.
And that was easily hit. Just watch. On back, flicked beautifully and goes past the fielder, races to the boundary. Varuna, as Nishant mentioned, has the ability to hit out, and especially during this power play. Let's see he does it. Once again, same region, but they have posted a fielder there.
Yes, this time it didn't go as fine as the previous one. Suranga Patranayava is the man taking strike. Looks to drive off the inside edge. That is running away. 4 runs.
4 useful runs from the Sri Lions point of view.
That wasn't a bad delivery. It was pitched up, it was around off stump. Suranga looking to drive, got the inside edge. Very lucky on that occasion.
11 runs have already come from the 5 balls.
Dot ball to finish the first over. It's 11 without loss after 1.
Future Mattress will have to really pull up their socks and produce a good performance. Right now, instead of the socks, the shoes is being tied, the laces is being tied, and the warms up. Yes. Mateullah aiming to go full out.
That's just dabbed down towards Gully. He wanted a single, sent back. Rightly so. Mateullah again is someone who did pretty well towards the fag end of the Bukhatar League. Hasn't had the best of T20 leagues. Shot! What a shot! It's just that it's the longer part of the boundary there. From this end would have been a 6.
It was well picked. Very well played. What a lovely shot. Look at the way he picked it up. It looked like going for a 6, but it, as Nishant said, it went to the longer side of the boundary. That was
Again looking to go for that shot. Lay and a miss. That is a dot ball.
very good delivery. 3 lines, 13 for no loss.
Too far outside the off stump there from Mateullah. Won't be happy about that delivery. Suranga batting on 4 of 2. Varuna 7 of 7.
14 for no loss.
Seen a couple of boundaries. One that Varuna hit was spot on.
Steered away. Goes for a single.
That was Isha, top scorer of the game so far. Got a half century, got a very good half century, got out at the wrong time.
2 more balls in this over.
Suranga on strike. On the stumps. Played with soft hands towards mid-on. Picks up a single. It will be interesting to figure out what the strategy for Sri Lions is here.
I think both the batsmen are trying to stay, settle, have a good look at the bowling, and then unleash their strokes. That's what they're trying to. That could be a wide. Yes, it is.
So extras troubling Future Mattress early on. That is something that Sri Lions checked brilliantly. They conceded just 6 extras.
It's very important that the bowlers are on target and not gift away runs.
Good change in pace there from Mathiula. Dot ball will end the over. 2 overs bowled at 17 without loss. Umair is into the attack now. Played with soft hands for a quick single. Yeah, the reverse Isha is moving around like a live wire on the field at the moment. So Varuna batting on 8 of 9. On strike now. Umair, third bowler used so far. So they've got 3 bowlers bowling. Down the leg side. That has been nicely played by Varuna. Shuffling across and just putting it away towards fine leg for 4. Yes, they need boundaries to come.
Runs are coming in. They need to slowly but steadily accelerate the run flow. But this is not a bowler with whom they can take a lot of liberties. Look at that. And they go for a quick single. Umair has all the tricks in the trade. A man who can check the run flow, who can strike at the right time.
He doesn't give you pace to play with. That's the thing about him. And Suranga slog sweeps. And he hits it in the gap. 1 bounce into the fence for 4. The second boundary of the over in that particular area. Nicely struck.
27 for no loss. Ume bowls. Off the back foot, finds the gap. The ball is racing towards the boundary, but it slows down. And they get 2.
Yeah, that's the longer part of the ground, and of course, the outfield is not the quickest in that area either.
The fact that they haven't lost a wicket, and also 29 runs have been scored. This time didn't connect, but still they go for a single. It's a leg by. So 34 no loss at the end of the third over.
Another change in the bowling. Aryan Lakra comes into the attack now, the fourth over. First signs of spin. Left arm orthodox bowler will be bowling to Suranga here. He's batting on 12 of 7. Starts off with a short ball, pulled away. That is nicely struck, and that has gone all the way to the fence for 4.
Very well picked and executed. Look at that, on the back foot, and pulled it away to exactly the vacant area. This time off the back foot, played to covers. They go for a quick single. That brings Varuna on strike. He's on 13 of 11 balls. Off the back foot. Couldn't get control. Play to covers.
13 of 12 is what Varuna is batting on right now. Suranga 17 of 9. Batting with a strike rate of almost 180.
Beautiful delivery. Beaten. Keeper checks, appeals for a stumping. All in order. The back foot punched, beats the fielder and races to the boundary.
Yes, boundaries coming through now, which I think is definitely a very good sight for the Sri Lions team. But again, Sri Lions, they are someone who will need their opening pair to do the bulk of the scoring.
Last ball of the over. Hit in the air. It has gone straight to a fielder. Umair takes the catch. And Sri Lions lose their first wicket.
Yes, Aryan conceding 2 boundaries in that over. And then picking up the wicket of Varuna Pereira there. He was hitting it to the shorter part, but he hit it straight to the fielder. Varuna Pereira departs rather early, out for 17 of 15, 39 for 1 in 4 overs. Now this is a good time for Azhar to come in. They've just picked up a wicket. This is the time when he can be very dangerous. Remember that one spell where he gave away absolutely nothing in his 4 overs. In the last game, bowled just 1 over. He will want to bowl all 4 tonight. Suranga on strike. Goes for the sweep, plain a miss, dot ball.
A man who can mount the pressure, who has all the tricks. A tough bowler to be handled, especially in T20. Two almost identical deliveries, place and miss. That is his ability, that is his trick. He can beat the batsman outside the off stump.
And then he can bowl those straight deliveries as well, which can go through the defenses. Another single taken.
Isham goes, is the new batsman.
Well, it has been his night with the ball. Picked up a double hat trick.
Can he play a good knock too? Off the back foot, play to long off and go for a single.
Excellent over this from Azhar. He's conceded just 2 runs. Kept it very tidy at the moment. Reaching out for that one, Suranga. Off the toe end of the bat, just a single again.
He's the right man to be introduced as soon as the wicket fell. Good delivery, played off the front foot. No run. So end of the 5th over, 42 for 1. There is play to wideish mid-on, gets a single. Aryan Lakra, who been the successful bowler, who has taken the first wicket, and this time a very, very tricky delivery.
Yes, Suranga coming down the track there. Inside edge onto the pads. Inside is Isham. He's on strike. And he goes for a big shot. Hasn't timed it. In the air. And put down.
Umair had control over the ball. He ran well. He covered it well. Got it hands to it. But it popped off.
He probably didn't have control on his own body.
That was a good delivery again. Isham wanted to play it on the leg side, misses.
Three or four is what he's batting on. Backs away and cuts it, but straight to the fielder.
Aryan Lakra has two more overs, two more balls.
Yes, and after that he has two more overs. You're right.
Yes, that is also true. This time, a good delivery, no run. On the spot.
That's the end of the over then. 6 overs bowled, 45 for 1.
Asha bowls his second over. Hit high. Is straight to the fielders, and that this time Umair makes no mistake.
So it's been all Umair in the outfield. He took one catch, he dropped one catch, he took one catch. So now Suranga departs. Not timing it at all on that occasion. Hitting it straight down the fielder's throat. That is the end of Suranga. He departs for 20 of 15. 45 for the loss of 2 wickets now.
So Asha strikes in his second over. Wickets falling can affect the run flow, and that is what Future Mattress have done now. Light to covers. They go for a quick single. Very, very risky single that was.
The captain is off the mark with that single. Prashat Madurage. In the cricketing circuit is known as Kumara.
That is taken from outside of stick and goes for a 6. Brilliant shot. Connected well.
Cracking shot that from Isham, goes fetching it from outside the off stump and hitting it over the fielder there. 2 fielders in that area, hitting it over them, and this time paddles it away. Fielder will have to give it a big chase and won't be able to get there.
So 2 consecutive boundaries. As if a revenge for taking a wicket. Aggressive Isham on the move, on the flow. Can he hit a hat-trick of boundaries? This time only a single. Too long on.
We're getting a little bit of momentum after the power play is done. Last ball of Azhar's second over.
Cut, but no run. So that's the end of the 7th over, 57 for 2.
Comes down the track, hits it straight to Umair. It's all about Umair in the outfield tonight. Aryan picks up his second wicket. Isham has hit it straight into the hands of the fielder again. Third man to get out in the same area. He goes for 14 of 11. It's 57 for 3. Short ball pulled away. They will pick up a quick single. Oh, they're coming back for the second. Could be troublesome. Not to be. He's off the mark. Now we've had a change in voices as well, as we have Asim alongside me.
Good evening, everyone. This is what leaking runs towards the end of the innings can do to you. You give momentum to the opposition, where you could have actually pulled things down and kept them under 150. Would have been an easy chase, but they made life tough for them. They have to take chances now in order to score at that 9.5 and over, which was needed right from ball 1. The current run rate is not that bad. But the thing is that required run rate has jumped up to 10.5.
And not to forget, they've lost 3 wickets as well. Prashad on strike, facing Aryan here. Cuts it from in front of the stumps. Will pick up a single. Push back to the bowler. Dot ball, and that will be the end of the over. 8 bowled, 61 for 3. That was cut way too close to the stumps. Could have gone anywhere. Sri Lanka 62 for 3. It was very good thinking by Umair. First 4 overs, 4 different bowlers used. And now, bowling in tandem. Oh, that came back in sharply. This is the 6th over in tandem between Azhar and Aryan. Well, not surprised to have that sort of a move coming through, and the experienced campaigners are taking the ownership of leading from the front by bowling at the shorter boundary. And just as we speak about that, a hoik down towards long leg, and Matiullah covers it up pretty nicely, keeps it down to 2. Swept by Ramesh from outside the off stump. Single taken. That's nicely played. Another single taken. Good over so far here from Azhar. And goes through the gate. Hits the pad. And disturbing the stumps. That was a quick one in the air. And a very deceiving delivery of Mohammad Azhar. I think the best one in the business here to bowl those quicker ones. Because he doesn't change his action when he's bowling that quicker one. Rolls his arm at the same pace. Fires that quicker one through. That is the end of Ramesh Nimanta. Then he departs with 6 of 8. And IGMR 65 for 4. And switches, doesn't get enough connection there, and will get 2 easily. So Aryan into his 4th. So looks like the plan is very clear. The spinners need to bowl out. Going very orthodox way here, Umair Ali Khan, and that's working. Why would you not continue? Yes, Aryan into his 4th over now. Aryan and Azhar finish off their overs. That's nicely cut by Prashad. Sweeper will cut it off. Picks up a single. Future Mattress started their campaign in this particular league rather late. But what a campaign it has been. Sumudu tucks it away straight to the fielder. Dot ball.
Excellent bowling here from Aryan. Again, playing it in the gap. They should get two here. It's away from Alishan Sharfu. And will easily get back for two. So 72 for 4. They just lost too many wickets here. Probably a wicket down, 1 wicket down here would have still put them under driver's seat, I would say. Because matching that towards the end of the innings probably can be an easier thing to do. Excellent bowling here by Aryan. Look at the trajectory he's bowling at and the right amount of pace at which he's releasing the ball. Tall left arm spinner. So definitely gets that extra bounce as well.
Goes inside out, just chips it for another single. 10 overs bowled, 73 for the loss of 4 wickets. Yes, you're watching the SkyExchange.net CBFS T20 League 2022 powered by Fancode Live. Streaming partners Fancode, commercial partners TCM, support sponsors RSOOK, Toyam Sports Limited, TOS partners Arba Sports Services, and merchandise partners 7 Districts.
Good delivery, very good delivery. That was an arm ball there from Azhar. I said it's very deceiving. He is the master of getting that so accurate, almost sneaking through. Sumudu on strike. Good delivery, worked around towards mid-wicket. Now this has been a constant problem here for Sri Lions. Their batting hasn't clicked. This has been a ongoing issue here, Nishant, for them. If Varuna fires, if Suranga fires, they get a good start, but the mid-overs is something where they are prone to collapse.
Nicely played away. Oh, direct hit would have been interesting.
It was a strong throw coming through from Heather. And he's been like a live wire on the field. He's everywhere. And you definitely want to put in that sort of an effort when you're coming in to play the game. You need to make sure that you're giving the best out of you.
Very well bowled again. Play and a miss. Another dot ball.
It's getting slipping away. The game is actually slipping away from them. Required run rate has jumped to in excess of 12 right now. Again, a heave, a very incomplete shot, I would say. But that's end of a fantastic spell. Comes to an end here. Azhar picking up 2 wickets for 23 in his 4 overs. 11 gone. Sri Lions 76 for 4.
and bowled him. Prashad departs. Nasir Faraz, in fact, Farazuddin strikes of his very first ball.
Now, he doesn't have those doosras and those carom balls. All he knows is to spin and spin big. That's what the role of a spinner is. And Farazuddin, what I love about him is the fact that he relies on his strength of turning the ball, of being a spinner in the game of cricket. That's the end of Prashad. In fact, that's Sumudu making his way back to the pavilion. Out for 5. In fact, out for 2 of 2. And Sri Lions, they lose the 5th.
Sasika is the new man in. Oh!
Wow, that missed everything. That missed everything. It missed the bat, it missed the stumps, and it missed the wicket keeper as well. And it missed the boundary. That is, look at that. Look at the amount of turn he gets from the surface. And that was tad too full. And just not allowing the ball to spin, not giving it enough space to spin and sneak through. But I really love the way Faraz tosses it up. You're going to be having... look at that. Look at the amount of turn. He's spinning the ball square. Does he even know what due is?
And that is what I like about him, to be very honest. Him and the person I named when he picked up a wicket of the first ball, Nasir Faraz. The two Farazes, very identical players. The cricket is also very identical.
Skin tone is identical too.
Well, they can pass off as two brothers.
Well, absolutely. I mean, make them stand together. Wow. He switches a ball that could have been called as a wide, but because he changed his stance, will not be called as a wide. Legal delivery to finish. 12 gone, 79 for 5.
Change in the bowling then. After 9 overs of spin, back to pace. Starts off with a full toss. Almost 5 penalty there. They're pushing for the second. And will get it comfortably. Malik starts off with a wide.
3 runs there on the board. Now, this is an ideal situation for Sasika to come out, express his natural game. Regardless of what the situation is, he's going to go berserk. He's going to go bang, bang. Regardless if the situation would have been opposite, 48 to get a 170, would still go on ahead to play his natural game. Again, swing and a miss.
Yes, if we can get a quick fire 30 here, you never know, tables might turn. Suddenly you start feeling that, okay, the odds are not stacked heavily against us. Chance of making a comeback. Turn things around. That's nicely played. Smartly done by Sasika there.
Well, at times when you are late onto your shot, you need to know how to adjust, and Sasika did that beautifully. Just waited for that ball. If he would have tried to pull that, it would have been a skyer. That's the only difference about just reading the ball right till the end, not committing onto the shot, and playing it late, playing it delicately. So unnatural, Sasika.
And he comes down the track, looks to go over the top of the thickish outside edge. They'll pick up a single.
Well, he was interested in getting back for the second, but immediately realizing that it was Alishan Sharafu. That's heaved. Heaved big on the roof. What a shot there from the captain. And they need a lot more of these.
What a shot. What a magnificent shot. Yes, the moment the spinner is taken off, the captain takes off.
Well, mind you, he's not been taken off. There is Farazuddin is going to come in and bowl at the bigger boundary, making life more difficult for the batters to go after. And I won't be surprised if he picks up a wicket or two in the following over.
Well, Farazuddin is somebody who will pick up a wicket. Whenever you toss the ball to him, he's got that ability to do that.
Well, he is a man to react to situations and bowl accordingly. You give him the ball in the final over of the innings where about 8 or 10 runs required. He'll dart those Yorkers in as a medium fast bowler, just like how his regular captain does, Rohan Mustafa. Comes in, darts the Yorkers in, very difficult to dig out. And if you are not seeing them, you have not seen them before, you're seeing them for the first time, you might say, that's a blunder of a decision to get a spinner in. But the quality that they possess of hitting the ball right in the block hole, it's not an easy thing to do for a spinner.
Oh, this time was looking to play it towards fine leg.
It didn't cover the line of the ball and just erring in that placement. Intention, I loved it. You probably need to find a lot of boundaries, come what may. You need to get them sooner. And it becomes too late. 95 to get a 43. Mathematically, situational, very possible. It's just that one good partnership to click in here for Sri Lions.
Struck well. Struck clean. 21 of the over.
And Sri Lions will believe. 99 for 5 in 13 overs.
for us to continue. He has picked up 1 for 2 in that 1 over that is bowled. 89 to get a 42. Here comes Faraz. Now he has swept, reverse swept it, and swept nicely. Good looking shot there from Prashad Kumara. They are showing that sense of urgency which is required right now, because the required run rate is at 12.4. And at that mark, joining me in the comm box for the final passage of play, going to be K.R. Nair. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Azim. 85 runs needed of 41 bowls. Can they do it? 5 wickets have fallen. This time, cut away. They go for a single.
More than a cut, it was like a chop, like as if a fruit is thrown
Like
to you.
A fruit. Apple cut. Unfortunately, the ball is white.
That's heaved towards back over the square. Should get 2, and they'll get it easily. I mean, they are bringing life to this game here. Sasika and Prashad, partnerships over 29, and things are just putting future matters in a sort of border right now. And that should be called as a wide, yes. Immediately for us, turning back and checking what the umpire has to think about that. Well, if I'm a bowler, I would definitely not do that. If it's a wide, I know it's a wide, forget about it. If it's not, umpire won't give it.
So, after all this said,
Wow, that's pulled handsomely into the stands. What a shot from Sasika. Talk about power and talk about Sasika. They are synonyms.
brilliant shot. Look at the way he went back. Pulled it with a mighty power. And I think it has sailed into the stands only. But luckily it didn't go out of the ground.
Well, one of the finest hitters of the ball in the Sri Lions team here, Sasika. Well, can he do the magic here? Sasika Samarajiva, double S for Sri Lions. Wow, that was pitched outside the off stump. Now that required a lot of guts to bowl there, because mind you, if he would have covered the line of the ball, that would have been 6 on the roof over extra cover.
That is true. But this
Up in
time,
the air, chance for Alishan Sharfu. He makes no mistakes. And finally, it is Farazuddin who has the final laugh here. He pitched it outside the off stump. He wanted to swing it on the onside.
he went through to the shot and then landed up Alishan. It was passing Alishan, but still he caught it well.
What a cameo there coming in from Sasika Samarajiva. And he's out for 20 of 10 deliveries. Just hoping that he could have stayed for another 15 odd deliveries. He could have brought that required run rate under 10 over mark at least, if not more. And that's the end of him. The hopes would definitely go down as his wicket falls. It's time for Vikum Bandara, who makes his way to the center. He knows a thing or two about hitting sixes. We know how things were brought into life, that game against DCC Starlets. But that was another night. Tonight it's a fresh new night. He'll have to repeat the same heroics. Will he be able to do that?
So Farazuddin picks his second wicket. 113 for 6. 75 runs needed from 36 balls as Umair bowls. Cut away, well fielded by Alishan.
Indeed, very well fielded there. And Umair, who's into his second over. Mind you, he has 3 overs now up his sleeve. It's not going to be an easy task here for team Sri Lions. He loves mixing it up. Well, he loves hitting it out of the park. What a way to get off the mark. First ball, 6 out of the stadium.
Great shot indeed.
Well, look at that control that he had on that shot. It was a slower delivery from Umair Ali Khan. And pouncing on to the opportunity there, Vikum, he knows a thing or two about hitting sixes. And when he hits them, it stays hit.
Brilliant shot. This is what is needed.
Look at that. Cutter. Well, doesn't matter if it's cutter coming in or going out. The ball is definitely going out of the stadium.
That's the power that he backs his shot. A man who has played top-level cricket, who has played top-class international bowlers. Let's see. He takes up the challenge of carrying the team which needs 68 runs from 34 balls.
Again a heave down towards Cow's Corner. Back-to-back boundaries here for Vikum Bandara. 10 in 2 deliveries. And game on here in Sharjah Cricket Stadium. If you are anywhere near watching this game, take that U-turn from the signal and take the first right. Get in, watch the action live. Again played it with power there, down the ground. Fumble there from Abdul Malik, but gets a single.
It is also better that take the U-turn and not stay anywhere near in front of the stadium. You can be hit by a 6.
Wow, that is carved away. Excellent shot from Prashant Kumara. Now the captain has to play that captain's knock. It is required out of him. Batting beautifully. 24 of 17 for Kumara. A ball to go in the 15th over. And Umair has been expensive. He has been taken for runs. And he has been taken for plenty.
.61 from 31 balls. This time pulled, a semi-pulled shot, but unable to connect it. Place ball goes to mid-on, gets a single. End of the 15th over, 128 for 6.
Talking about partnerships there, they are getting it in bits and pieces. Starting on the top there, Suranga Varunapu added on 39. But what would matter now is this partnership that is worth 14. How much will they be able to add? Exactly 12 and over needed. 30 balls, 60 to get.
Anybody's game.
Absolutely, it's just about holding on to nerves. Still in favor of future Mattress to a very good extent, but an over or two in a T20 format can just change the entire equation. We saw that expensive over coming in the last over from Umair Ali Khan. Now this one, 5 more overs to go, the final quarter of this innings and the run chase. Well, he has yorked himself, stepping down, yorking himself, and a dot ball to start. Now dot balls will be like gold dust here.
A lot depends on this pair. Captain 25 of 19, Vikum 11 runs of 3 balls. The shot waits, plays it to the leg. They go for 1. That is all they might get.
Well, a beautiful delivery there from Matiullah Khan, right in the block hole. You would need a lot more of this in order to get into that comfort zone. You don't get a mattress on the ground, but you would want to bowl excellently in order to have that cushiony position in the game. Matiullah has delivered 2 good deliveries in the over. Captain would want to back himself. Back Matiullah here to bowl a couple of good ones.
Let's see what he has in store against Vikum.
Slower delivery straight to the fielder. Beautiful delivery from Matiullah, deceiving Vikum completely.
If he completed the shot, it would have landed up in the hands of a fielder. He checked the shot. He wanted to go for a pull. And bowls a wide.
Wide. Very poor delivery there from Matiullah after bowling 2 excellent, in fact 3 excellent deliveries. Just losing his mark on that occasion. Looks like something to do with his eventual landing there.
I think the presence of Vikum does put pressure on him too, because he knows that if he wavers in his length, it could be a boundary or a 6. And before that I completed, he hit it powerfully, but fortunately there was a fielder at the deep.
Well, excellent work here by future Mattress, especially in this over by Matiullah. He's covered things up pretty nicely. Now, when we talk about options available here for Umair Ali Khan, he has Uzair, who is a very good left-arm bowler. He has Abdul Malik, who again can be a value-add resource. Even if he himself doesn't bowl the 2 overs up in his quota, he still has multiple options to play around with. Well, swing and a miss. That was a length ball that could have been dispatched. Just getting too early onto the shot. Exactly where you should have played that. The shadow practice, what he did after missing the ball, was ideally where he should have played that shot. With mid-off inside the circle, that shot was on.
The last ball of the over from Matiullah, who has bowled exceedingly well. Let's see what this ball.
Cracked, but straight to the fielder. They'll manage to sneak for a single. But what a brilliant over here from Matiullah. Just 4 runs coming off it. Sri Lions 132 for 6. Well, just as I predicted in the previous over, it is going to be Uzair to bowl from the SCA end.
Raps on the pads.
Getting an inside edge on that occasion, Kumara. Gets a single. Required run rate 14.5, almost. Now this is what happens if they have to take some learning out of this game. Yes, the game is not over. It's still pretty much doable. It's about 4 sixes from here. The game will be still back in contest. But, you know, they have to learn from their mistakes. It is happening way too often. They pull things back in their favor. But again, they give it as a free gift towards the end. 137, 139 for 8 wickets down. And from there, Future Mattress managing 187 is something I'm unable to accept. Now this is being played uppishly. And fielder inside the circle, and he's making full use of the opportunity there, Vikum Bandara. If any man can do it for Sri Lions from here, it has to be Vikum Bandara.
This is this time when that tail wagged has proved to be very, very costly. Over 36 to 38 runs were scored in that 9th wicket partnership. And if that was in, look at what would have been the state.
Absolutely, 137 for 8. Swing and a miss. It was bowled onto the pads at a shorter boundary. Took a lot of courage, but he was looking for space to free his arms. Didn't get that. As a result, just getting a single. Well, the bowler on your screen, he's definitely not Umair. We know how Umair bowls and how Umair looks and what hand does he bowl with. It's Uzair on the screen.
And he bowls. He clean bowled him.
Swing and a miss. Missing the line of the ball completely. But he was in a helpless situation there. He had to go for the big shots. Required run rate was climbing. And clear message from Uzair. You miss and I hit. Straight onto the stumps. That's where you got to be bowling in the final overs. Sri Lions lose their 7th. 138 for 7 after 16.4.
So that is a very, very important wicket. At this stage of the game, when 50 runs is needed from 20 balls, this pair could have lifted the team to victory. Now, Future Mattress has almost taken a firm grip on the match. All depends on Vikum, but how much can he do? However, no match is won till the last ball is bowled or the last run is scored.
Absolutely. But things have slipped away from them after that fantastic spell by the duo left-arm spinners. Bowling in tandem 8 overs there. Aryan Lakra and Muhammad Azhar. They pulled things back after a good start for Sri Lions. That's what cricket is all about. It's not done until it's done. And if Sri Lions go back and think about what wrong they have done, it's just gonna come out to that point wherein they let the batters breathe in the final overs, where they could have put the final nail in the coffin. They delayed proceedings to bring Ubaidullah, who could have been that aspect to put curtains onto the run scores. Driven handsomely. What a shot from Taraka Dhananjaya. Gets off the mark with a boundary.
Must be very, very comfortable and confident when you hit the first ball for a boundary to get off the mark. But also that is the need of the hour. Every ball has to be scored.
Absolutely. You got to be... I mean, this is a stage very difficult for a batter to come in and just start exploding. There was a quick delivery, shorter in length, and cramping him for room. All he could do is just place it to the point fielder for a single. 17 gone. Sri Lions 143 for 7.
Can 45 runs be scored off 18 balls? It is possible, but can future Mattress hold tight? They have the bowling to not allowed to do that. Let's see what Matullah does. Good fielding. It was powerfully hit. This is what needed. Every run has to be stopped. Yes, that was to be hit.
Well,
but
that was a poor delivery there from Matiullah. It was meant to be hit, but did not make full use of that opportunity. Vikum Bandara, 16 balls, 43 to get. Do we have any more heroics left here in this match? We saw heroics in the first innings, where Isham Ghosh, he produced a hat-trick. Do we have a hero in the Sri Lions team anymore who can turn this around for them?
that has pulled. Is it going to the vacant region? No, there is Umair.
Umair keeps it down to a single, and Vikum batting on 17 of 8. He's on strike. 15 balls, 42 to get. They need at least 2 sixes out of these 3 balls.
Then of course there is a match, but
Absolutely, you got to keep that required run rate under 15 in the last 2. Well, that should be wide. That should be wide. Yes, that's going to be a wide. The first one of the over there. 41 to get a 15. There is an over that will come in from the shorter boundary. Can Vikum survive for the next 3 balls? Can this go right to the wire? Up in the air, chance for the fielder. Alishan settling, and he takes it. Easy affair for Alishan Sharfu. Makes no mistakes. And that's the end of Vikum Bandara, and I think that should be the end of the hopes of Sri Lions of pulling something out of this game now.
this is the hope of Sri Lions going up and into the hands of Alishan Sharafu. And that catch which has been taken is also a symbolic of how future Mattress has taken a grip on the match to win it.
Vikum departs for 17 of 9 deliveries, but that's not enough. Making his way back, 8 down here for 147. Vimukti is making his way to the center, and we're pretty clear that not one of those strongest hitters of the ball, justifying the position that he's come into bat, but you never know. 14 balls, 41 to get.
Very good delivery.
Swing and a miss here from Vimukti. Pace is doing the work here for Matiullah, hitting the deck hard. He's coming back from an injury, and the way he has bowled here tonight has been fantastic, especially when that required run rate in that run chase right from ball one was at 9.5 per over mark, and he has been brilliant and spot on. Into his third over, and the economy is under 6 and over. Driven uppishly in the gap and gets a boundary. Good looking shot there from Vimukti. Ends the over with the boundary there. 37 to get in the final 2 overs. 151 for H. Reliance.
Alisan Sharafu comes into the attack. The batsman wasn't ready.
That's a heave down towards mid-wicket. Gets a 6. The ideal start to the over here. 6 of the first ball. They would need at least 20 to 22 runs here in this over. Big hit from Dhananjaya. He needs to keep strike.
In the last match, Alishan bowling the last over, took 2 wickets.
Up in the air, that's mistimed. Chance for the fielder. He makes no mistake. Abdul Malik takes the catch. And the number 9 bites the dust. Dhananjaya has to walk. And 9 down here. Sri Lions.
Alishan is such a bowler that if you try to hit him, there are every chance that you can land up being caught like this. In the last match too, we saw batsmen getting out in a similar way.
Absolutely. Taraka Dhananjaya making his way back to the pavilion. Just a wicket away from the victory. Those runs towards the end, approximately around 48, 50 runs, is definitely the difference that has been made here.
Exactly. So the last man is Ubaidullah. Can Alishan complete the formality? Hit towards mid-off. No run.
Vimukti on strike. He's hit a boundary already, but swing and a miss, trying to go for the glory shot.
Another good delivery. What do you call this? A tantalizing delivery. The last ball. Flicked away. There's a fielder.
19 overs gone here. Sri Lions 159 for 9.
So Wasi Shah has been introduced for the last over. Reverse sweep for a boundary.
Well, that's only going to help here to boost his confidence as a batter for Vimukti. He'll believe that, yes, I can play these shots. So next match, when he comes out to bat in a more comfortable position, might as well see these shots coming out.
Yes, that is exactly. Any big score adds to the confidence. Does it again and goes to the boundary line. Being a left-arm bowler, it seems he is good in left-arm batting too, the reverse sweep.
Look at that. What was he trying to do? Play it on the longer boundary. Trying to fancy his chance there.
This is often happened.
If you
If
do
bowler goes back, the batsman will. So now the cat and mouse play is over. Get on with the game.
Well, this hurts when you are a fast bowler and when the batter pulls out.
This time off the on to the leg side. Go for one, go for two.
And Vimukti will get back on strike. Mathematically, not happening unless there is a no ball and he hits a six.
And will he walk again? Yes. Reverse sweep. Wasi Shah is excited. Was it because it was not connected or unhappy it didn't go to the wicket? Two more balls to complete the formality.
Steps down, goes for the big one. Matiullah settling underneath it and takes it. That's the end of the match. Big hit coming through here from Vimukti, but just was not able to get distance there. But what a game of cricket! What a game of seesaw cricket we have seen here tonight. Look at that, stepping down the track, going for that glory shot, and failing. Straight to Matiullah, who won't drop those. So handshakes all around there. End of the game. And future Mattress. They gave us a scare in the first innings. But all is well that ends well. Definitely learnings for both the teams out here. Well, what looks like a batting card that was split across in terms of the runs that were scored here. Varuna getting that start for the team, 17 of 15. Suranga getting 20 of 15. Isham 14 of 11. Prashad Kumara played that captains now of 28 of 24. Ramesh and Sumudu departing in single digits. Sasika just putting some hope in that game, 20 of 10. Vikum scoring 17 of 9 deliveries. And Dhananjaya Vimukti both scoring 13 of 6 and 10 deliveries respectively. Bundled out for 167, which probably could have been that target for them had they not leaked out runs towards the end of the innings. Not to be so. With 13 extras, all they could manage is 167, and that was 8 for Sri Lions. And talking about the bowlers, 8 bowlers being used by Umair Ali Khan, and Aryan, Azhar, Farazuddin picking up 2 wickets each there, and Uzair and Matiullah getting 1 each, as well as Alishan Sharfu. It was what a game of cricket that we have seen here, and it was a complete package of entertaining stuff that we've seen in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium in the CBFS T20 League Season 2. Winning the game by 20 runs there, and Wasi Shah topping the chart with 57 of 37 with Alishan Sharfu. That partnership that put them onto the back foot. Sri Lions 39 of 18 for Alishan. Azhar scored that all-important 25 runs of 26 deliveries. But that hat-trick was the highlight of the first innings by Isham. He picked up 4 in 4, in fact. Double hat-trick. Conceded 34 runs in his 4-over quota. Ubaidullah picked up 1, and Prashat got 2 for 38 in his 4 overs. Sri Lions, in response, they weren't impressive in the batting department. Their batting has been rusty. They have been very inconsistent with their approach in the batting. That is something that they'll have to work on until next time when they come on the ground and face an opponent. But definitely a lot of learning coming out for them. We'll take a quick short break here, but before that we'll be having Pacific Group taking on TVSL when we come in live tomorrow for the game number 26, live from Sharjah Cricket Stadium for the CBFS T20 League Season 2, powered by FanCode and brought to you by SkyExchange.net. So that's it on behalf of KR Nair, myself, Asim Sheikh, signing off from the Combox. But stay tuned, we'll be having the post-match presentation where my co-commentator Nishan Majetia will be out there with the man of the match.
Check.
Right then, Future Mattress continue with their winning run and they've managed to really pull themselves out of difficult situations very well, and that has been something that has really stood out for them as a team. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match presentation of the SkyExchange.net CBFS T20 League Season 2, powered by FanCode. Before we begin, we'd like to thank Sharjah Cricket and the entire administration involved in organizing this tournament. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, title sponsor SkyExchange.net, powered by and official streaming partners FanCode, event partners TCM, toss partners Arba Sports Services, associate sponsors rsook.com, support sponsors Toyom Sports Limited, and merchandise partners 7 Districts. In match number 25, Future Mattress defeated Sri Lions by 21 runs. It's time for us to give away a few awards. Of course, we'll start with the CBFS Purple Cap Award, and this award will be presented by Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who is joining us, doing the honors here, the match referee. Welcome again, sir. And this purple cap goes to Vikum Bandara for picking up 11 wickets in the tournament, and now is the leading wicket taker. Congratulations, Vikum. Tough luck today. And now it's time for us to announce the rsook player of the match. It was a team effort from Future Mattress. So ultimately, that one innings which really helped them get to a total which was ultimately defendable is what the match referee decided. And of course, the rsook player of the match for his 57 runs and of course 1 wicket towards the end is Syed Haider Wasi Shah. Well, he receives a gift hamper from rsook.com and a 20% discount voucher on all products purchased from rsook.com. Well, well played and back to winning the man of the match. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for, I'm consistently performing these days, so I'm grateful for that. Other than that, yeah, alhamdulillah, another man of the match in the pocket.
But when you got out, things got a little scary. So were you looking at a 150, below 150 score then?
When I got out, I kind of got scared, but I still, had this thought in my head that we had a few batsmen, few more batsmen, in the dressing room. But the thing is, then Isham, I think, took 4 wickets in a row, and things, started looking a bit shaky. And then after that, of course, Azhar and Abdul Malik, they really, got the tempo going, and yeah.
And of course, when you came out to bowl, Sri Lions never really got off to the best of starts. Was there any point in the defense where you thought the game is slipping away?
Basically, at one point, we were kind of scared that maybe, they might pull it off. But yeah, no, we always, like as I said before, as I've said it many times, we always back each other up. So we were kind of like comfortable as well at the same time that we knew like it's a defendable score. It's not an easy wicket to bat on. So yeah.
Very well played. Looking forward for more. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
That was Syed Haider Wasi Shah, the rsook.com player of the match. That's all for tonight. We'll come back tomorrow with more action from the SkyExchange.net CBFS T20 League Season 2, powered by FanCode. Till tomorrow, on behalf of everybody, it's goodbye and good night from Nishant Majid here. Sleep well. Do take good care.
Check.